Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Sheila and today we are going to try something new to learn how to make bra cups. I came up with this design I think yesterday, and I had to give it a few tries before I could really confirm how to work with it. So I finally came up with this. This is kind of different from these first two because these ones have their own errors. You may not see them here, but I know where the errors are. So I'll be showing you how to make my final design for the bra cups. I know most of you are used to the normal bra cups of working like this. I already have a tutorial on how to make a normal fitted bra cup, but those are like the ones that we see every day. So I decided to come up with this because most people know how to make the granny square, sunburst square. So since I'm all about the outfits, I decided to come up with this design that could make really beautiful bra cups. And you can see here I'm going to use a total of 6 colors. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. I'll be showing you how to make this same exact one, and then I'll be showing you how to turn it into a bralette. So let's get started. We're going to start working our bra cup from the middle section, then go here, then go to the next, like that, in circles. But then eventually we shall shape it into a triangle shape because that's the shape of a bra cup. So let me put this aside for reference, and I'm going to start with my middle color. So it's this. So that will be black. For this project I'll be using robin yarn. So I'll be doubling my yarn to make it more of like a medium weight yarn because this is really thin. So if you have any medium weight yarn of weight 4 is okay, or any brand that recommends a 3.75 to a 4mm hook, that will be fine. I'll be using a 3.75mm hook, which is an F hook. And so let's get started. I'll start with my black color, make a slip knot, and now I'm going to make a chain of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and then I'll slip stitch in the very first chain to make a circular loop. So we're going to be working our next double crochets in this circle here that we've created. So you're going to chain 3, then make a total of 16 double crochets in that same circle. So this is chain 3, make 16 more double crochets for a total of 17. So this counts as a double crochet. So this is 1, 2, we want a total of 17. So this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 and 17. So you should have a total of 17 double crochets, including the first chain 3. I hope that's clear. So I'll make a slip stitch on top of the chain 3. So I'll count 1, 2, and on top I'll make a slip stitch. So this is all for the first row. You're going to chain 1 and cut your yarn. get your pair of scissors and cut your yarn. So we are done with the very first color. You'll grab this string and pull it to close up this hole a bit. You have to pull this one at the back. So that's the end of our first round. So for the second round, I'm going to be using a brighter color so it will be clearer. Sorry for the first one, but I'll be using color orange. So this project is really good for scrap yarn, that leftover yarn. You can create something really beautiful with those colors. So I'm going to attach my yarn in that loop here. Sorry, focus. Where I made the slip stitch, that's where I'm going to attach my orange yarn. Like this. And now I've attached it, and I'm going to chain 3 and then yarn over, insert your hook in that very same space and pull up a loop. So you'll have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, insert your hook in the very same space, pull up a loop. So you'll have a total of 5 loops on your hook. Then yarn over, insert your hook and pull up a loop. So you'll have a total of 7 loops on your hook. So since I'm using double strands, so each 2 count as 1. So if you're using 1 strand, then you should be having 7 loops on your hook. If you're using 2 strands, of course you're going to have around 14 loops on your hook. So yarn over and pull through all, and then you're going to chain 1 and go into the second stitch. The second stitch is here, this one, so make sure you don't skip it. Yarn over, insert your hook in that second stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, insert your hook into the same stitch, pull up a loop, and yarn over, insert your hook and then pull up a loop. So you'll have 7 loops on your hook, and yarn over, pull through all. So after pulling through all, you're going to chain 1. So that's what we are going to do for the rest of the round. You do puff stitches. These are puff stitches. So yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, insert your hook into the same stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, insert your hook into the same stitch 3 times, for a total of 3 times. Once you get 3 times, yarn over and pull through all, and then chain 1. So keep doing that for a total of 17 times, because we have 17 stitches for our very first round. So that means you'll have a total of 17 puff stitches. Chain 1. Don't forget to chain 1 in between each. One, 2, 3. Chain 1, 1, 2, 3, and over, pull through all, chain 1, So this is my very last one. So after pulling through all, I'll chain one. So let's confirm. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17 puff stitches. Make sure you have a total of 17. So you'll do your last chain one, and then you'll slip stitch on top of the first puff stitch in that stitch. So row 2 is done. I'll chain one and then cut my yarn, pull through. So that's done. I'm going to my third round, and for the third round I'll use yellow. So grab your next color. I don't know what colors you chose for your project, but you're going to grab your third color. And then you will attach it in any of the chain one spaces. So I'm going to attach mine here in any of those chain one spaces that you've been making in between the puff stitches. So you're going to attach here like this. Okay, so you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. We are going to do something different from the previous row. You're going to be like you're working a double crochet. So yarn over, insert your hook in that very same space, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2, and then yarn over and insert your hook in that very same space, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2, then yarn over, insert your hook in that very same space, yarn over, pull through 2. So you'll have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all, and then you're going to chain 2. So this one is going to be a bit different from these others because we had a chain 3 at the beginning. But for all the rest, you're going to yarn over, insert your hook, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and you're going to do that for a total of 4 times. So this is the first time, then this is the second time, yarn over, pull through 2, then the third time, yarn over, pull through 2, then this is the 4th time, yarn over, pull through 2. So you should have 5 loops on your hook. Once you get 5, you're going to yarn over and pull through all, and then you're going to chain 2. Then go into the next chain 1 space, which is here, and do the same thing, yarn over, pull through 2, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through 2. So you'll have 3 loops on your hook. Do it again, and then you'll have 4 loops on your hook until you get 5. So you'll yarn over and pull through all and chain 2. So the way to keep track of this is either you do 4 times into one space, or you work until you have 5 loops on your hook. So go ahead and do that for the rest of the round. So I have 5 loops on my hook, pull through all and chain 2, yarn over. So you're going to repeat that until you get to the end of the row, the end of the round. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Pull through all, chain 2. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yarn over, pull through all, chain 2. One, 2, 3, and 4. Yarn over, pull through all, chain 2. So keep doing that until the end of the round. So at this point, our work is still a perfect circle. Sorry, let me repeat this one. So we've come to the end. You'll chain 2 and then slip stitch on top of the first cluster. So you have a total of 17 clusters. Let's cross check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. So you should have a total of 17 of them. So you'll chain 1 and then pull up your hook and cut your yarn. That's the end of the 3rd round. So when it comes to the 4th round, we are going to start shaping our bra cup in a triangular form to form the bra cups. So right now it's still a circle. So I'm going to get my next color, that will be green. So green is my 4th color. So for round 4, everything is going to change. We are going to change the circle into a triangle. So I'm going to go into any of the chain 2 spaces. So I'll choose this one and attach my green like that. So I'm going to chain 4. That's my chain of 4, and I'm going to treble crochet into that same space 2 times. So this counts as 1 treble crochet, and now I'm going to do another treble crochet 2 times. So I'll yarn over twice, then insert my hook in that same space, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through the last 2. So that's a treble crochet. So yarn over twice again, insert your hook into that space, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and yarn over, pull through 2 loops. So that's a treble. Then I'm going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and now I'm going to do that 3 more times in the same space. So yarn over 2 times, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. Then I'll do the same thing 2 more times. Okay, so now I have 3 treble crochets, chain 3, 3 treble crochets. So in the next chain 1 space, I'm going to do 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3. In the next chain 2 space, I'll have 3 half double crochets, 1, 2, and 3. In the next chain 2 space, I'll have 3 single crochets. Then in the next chain 2 space, I'll have 3 half double crochets, 1, 2, and 3. In the next chain 2 space, put 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3. That's how your work should look like at this point. So for the next space, we are creating another corner. So we are doing 3 treble crochets, chain 3, 3 treble crochets in that very same space. So prepare for your treble crochet. This will be 1. Then this is the second one. And then this is the third one. Then you're going to chain 3 and then place 3 more in the very same space. 3 treble crochets. Okay, so at this point we've created a second corner. You can see that this is the first corner, this is the second, and the third will be around here. So we are going to go ahead. In the next space, you're going to do 3 double crochets. In the next space, you're going to do 3 half double crochets, 1, 2, and 3. So after the 3 half double crochets, in the next space, you're going to do 3 single crochets. Then in the next space, you'll do 3 half double crochets. Then in the next space, you will do 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3. And then in the next space, that's where we are going to create our third corner. So 3 treble crochets, 1, 2, 3, then chain 3 and 3 more treble crochets in that same space. Okay, so at this point we've created our third corner. Remember, the triangle shape has 3 corners. So we're going to go ahead and finish up this base. And this is kind of different from these other 2 sides. I'll show you why I say that. The next space is going to have 3 double crochets. Then the next space will have 3 half double crochets, 1, 2, and 3. And then the next space is going to have 3 half double crochets. Yes, this side is not going to have the single crochet part. So after the corner, it's double crochet, half double crochet, half double crochet, Then the very last space will get 3 double crochets. So this will be the base of your triangle. So we shall mark it with something. Okay, so after the 3 double crochets, you're going to slip stitch on top of the first chain 4. So slip stitch and chain 1, and then you're going to cut your yarn. So you tighten this, then round 4 is done. So you have to mark this part because this side and this side are kind of longer than this side. It's not a perfect triangle. So I'll mark that with a color. Let me just get a black color and mark the base of the triangle. Let me just put this black string somewhere around here to remind me that this is the base here at this point. So don't mind this. If you have a stitch marker, just place it where the base is. So we are going to round 5, and I'm going to grab my red yarn. We are done with this, this, and this. So we are going to round 5. So for round 5, I'll be using color red. And now I'll attach my yarn at any of the corners. So let me choose this. Like that. I'll attach my yarn here, and then I'm going to chain 3 and then place 3 double crochets in that same space. So that will be like a total of 4 double crochets if we count the chain 3 as a stitch. Chain 3 and then place 4 more double crochets in that same space. So 4 double crochets, chain 3, 4 double crochets. Then you're going to go to the next space after the 3 trebles. In that space you're going to place 3 double crochets. Then you're going to skip to the next space after the 3 stitches and place 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3. Then go to the next, after the 3 stitches, go into that space and place 3 double crochets. Then skip the next 3 stitches and place 3 double crochets in the next space. Then 3 double crochets in the next space. So the space is always after the 3 stitches. It may not necessarily be like a chain 1 or anything, but just every after 3 stitches you're going to place a cluster of stitches. So after these 3 you're going to place 3 double crochets. So this is what we do until we get to the corner. So when you get to the corner, which is this, because after the 3 stitches it's a corner, so you will place 4 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, and 4, chain 3, and then 4 more double crochets, 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's what you'll have. So we are going to go ahead and continue working on this other side. So skip 3 stitches, and in the next space you're going to place 3 double crochets, Then in the next space, 3 double crochets. So I think by now you've noticed that most granny square patterns are worked with chain 1 in between, but for this bra cup we are not chaining 1 anywhere, we're only chaining at the corners. This helps the bra cup to be intact so that it doesn't have very big open holes. So keep working 3 double crochets until you get to the corner. So we're done with this. So you can see I marked this so that I'm reminded that this is the base of the triangle. So when you get here, this is the corner, so you will place 4 double crochets, chain 3 and 4 more double crochets. All in the same space. So we've worked the corner. Next thing we do, we're going to work on the sides. So skip the next 3 stitches and double crochet 3 times in that next space. Then skip the next 3 stitches, double crochet 3 times, skip the next, double crochet 3 times, 1, 2 and 3, go into the next space and do 3 double crochets. So this 5th round is just a matter of double crochets. We're not changing to any other stitch. So this is our last group of 3 double crochets, and then I'm going to slip stitch on top of the first chain 3. So 1, 2, 3. In that 3rd chain I'm going to slip stitch and then chain 1, and I'm going to cut my yarn. So this is what I have. This point is a reminder that this is the base of my triangle, so I'll place my triangle like this. So for this bra cup, I'll be doing for a size small to medium, but if you would want to expand your bra cup, because at this point I'm going to do my very last row, this is enough for a size small to medium. So I'll be doing my final row and joining it to the other side. So if you are bigger size than a small to medium, you can do some more rows to have more coverage for your boobs, for your bust area. So you can go ahead and do another row exactly like the red. Keep on expanding your bra cup until you get the size that you need. But for my case, small to medium, this will be enough. Of course, when I work my final row of I think I'm not going to be using peach, I'll be using black instead, so that I bring back this black onto the edge. So go ahead and work a second piece exactly like this, then I'll be showing you how to make the final row and attaching it to the other side of the bra cup. Okay, so I've gone ahead to do 2 of these, and I've weaved in my ends and I've placed them exactly how I want them to be, because I know this is the base. The best side is the side that doesn't have the single crochet in between here. It just has a corner, then double crochet, then half double, then double, then a corner. So I've placed my my bra cups exactly how I want them to be. So you're going to get your edging color. Mine will be black. So I'm going to go ahead and attach it here on this side, because this time we're not going to be working on the base. We are going to eliminate the base. We are going to just be going like this and then like this up to here. So only the top part, like in an M shape. So I'm going to attach my yarn here in this corner. And I'm going to chain a total of 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to double crochet 4 times in this same gap, in this same space. So those are 4 double crochets. Then go into the next space and place 3 double crochets. Move into the next space, place 3 double crochets. Move into the next space with 3 double crochets. So continue doing that until you get to the corner. Sorry, my yarn keeps getting caught, but so this is what we have. So we've reached the corner, and once you reach up here, you're going to do 4 double crochets, chain 2, sorry, chain 3 because it's a corner, and then place a total of 4 more double crochets in that same space. That. So we are coming down because I told you we are going to be working in an M shape. So that means we are coming down like this, then starting on this other side. So go into the next space with 3 double crochets. Then 3 double crochets and 3 double crochets, three double crochets, 3 double crochets, 3 double crochets, 3 double crochets, and when you get to the corner, because this is the corner, you're going to place 4 double crochets, chain 2, and then place your very last double crochet in that space. That helps us balance exactly what we did here at the beginning, because we started with a chain of 5 there. So we have that here also. So you're going to chain 1 and cut your yarn. So we are done with the first bra cup. That's what we have. So you're going to grab your black yarn again, and now this time we are going to be working on the second bra cup. So we are going to start from here. So attach your yarn, because I know I'm not going to be working on this side. just the same way I left out this bottom side of this bra cup. So since I'm right-handed, I'm going to go like this, but if you're left-handed, you're going to attach your yarn here and come like this. So I'm going to attach my yarn here, and now I'm going to do a chain of 3, 1, 2, 3, remove my hook, and then grab this last stitch where we broke off our yarn, that last stitch. I'm going to put my hook through, and then I pull this loop and join it here like that. Chain 1, remove your hook and put it through the same space, and grab that loop and pull it through like that. Then chain the second one. So it's like chain 3 and 2 more chains, which is a total of 5. And now I'm going to place a total of 4 double crochets in this same space, in the same corner, because it's a corner, and that's what we did for the other, for this bra cup. So after the 4 double crochets, you're going to remove your hook, leave that loop pending, and now I'm going to grab this. I'm going to go after the 4 double crochets on the opposite bra cup. I'm going to insert my hook in that hole and then pull this loop through, and then I'm going to directly go into the next space with 3 double crochets. Make sure your yarn is a bit tight here, make sure it's not loose. So go into the next space with 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3. This helps us not to have a very open chest area. That's why I've joined it like this. So after this, you're going to just go ahead and do exactly what you've been doing on the other side. So 3 double crochets in each and every space until you reach the corner at the top. 1, 2, and 3. So don't mind this, it will straighten out when we are working the bottom of the bra cup. So keep working. Three double crochets in each and every space until you get to the corner. So right now I'm at the corner, the top corner. So that corner gets 4 double crochets, chain 3, and 4 more double crochets. 3, 4. So 4 double crochets, chain 3, and 4 more double crochets in that same space. So the moment you're done with that, you should be having identical bra cups. So we're going to go down like this. As I had said, we're going to make an M shape, so that means we stop here. So we are going to go into the next space with 3 double crochets, 3 double crochets in the next space, 3 double crochets in the next space, 3 in the next, 3 in the next, 3 double crochets, 3 in the next, and now we've reached the corner, And for the corner we are going to do 4 double crochets, 1, 2, 3 and 4, then chain 2 and then place the very last double crochet in that very space. So I'm not going to cut my yarn, so you should be having something like this. So I'll go ahead and weave in these ends, and I get back to show you how to turn this into a bralette. Because okay, if you wanted to stop at this, then you can make it like a bikini top, but I would want a bralette for this because it would really make a very nice summer top, and it would really look good on high-waisted jeans. So that's why I decided to do the black edging, because it's more of a neutral color. It would go with so many pieces. So I'll be showing you how to do the bottom side of things when I finish weaving in my ends. So here my yarn is still attached, not cut. That's because we are going to continue working on it. So go ahead and weave in all your ends, all these, get rid of them, and I'll see you when we are going to do the bottom side. Okay, so I went ahead to just attach my yarn to this corner, and then I chained a total of 16, which I'm also going to do on this side. So this is the right side of my work, and since I'm right-handed, I'll go like this and then come with my first row on the right side of my work. So I'm going to make a chain of 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Now I'm going to chain 3 more. 1, 2, 3, and then in the 4th chain from hook, that 16th chain, I'm going to place 2 more double crochets. So I'll skip 2 stitches, and in the 3rd I'll place 3 double crochets. Skip the next two chains, and then in the 3rd place 3 double crochets. Skip the next 2 chains, in the 3rd place 3 double crochets. Skip the next 2 stitches, in the 3rd 3 double crochets. Skip the next 2 stitches, and in the 3rd, which is our very first chain, you'll place 3 double crochets. And now this is what we have. Now you're going to skip over. The next set of 3 double crochets is going to be in the exact corner of your work. You're going to skip all this and then go into the corner and place 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3, and then go into the next space. So now we are on the body of the bra cap. Skip the next 3 stitches, and in the next space you're going to place 3 double crochets. So this is what we have for now. 1, 2, and 3 into the next space. 1, 2, 3 into the next space. 3 double crochets to the next space, which is the corner. 3 double crochets. And now we're at this point in the middle section, you're going to just skip over and go into that middle section here and place a total of 3 double crochets. So after that, you're going to go into this space, this corner here, and place 3 double crochets. Then in the next space, 3 double crochets. So keep working 3 double crochets in each and every space, every after 3 stitches, like we've been doing on the bra cup. But this time we are working the bottom section of our bralette. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3. So I hope you can see it has even created a beautiful design in the middle. It's more of a triangle. So 1, 2, 3. Then in the corner you're going to place 3 double crochets, and after that you're going to go onto the string that you created on this side. When you go there, you're going to go into the very first chain with 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Skip the next 2 chains, and in the third chain place 3 double crochets. Skip the next 2 chains, and in the third chain place 3 double crochets. Skip the next 2 chains, in the third chain place 3 double crochets. Skip the next 2 chains, third chain, place 3 double crochets, and then skip the next 2 chains, and in the very last chain you're going to place the last 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. So that was row 1 of extending our bra cup to the bottom. That was row 1. So we are going to go to row 2. For row 2, you're going to chain 3, turn your work. We are not going to we're going to skip over all these 3 stitches and straight away go into the next space with 3 double crochets. That's what you'll have. Then go into the next space with 3 double crochets. So that's what we are going to do all the way across. Every after 3 stitches there's a space. I hope you can see them. So every space should get 3 double crochets. So I'm going to go ahead and work a number of rows to extend my bra cup to a bralette, and I'll be showing you how many rows I ended up doing. So this is all you're going to do, back and forth, back and forth. So this is row 2. This is what you will have. It's a very simple way of making a bralette, but I wanted to maintain the same granny pattern. You can decide to have the colors coming back onto the downer section. That's no problem. You can choose some of these colors to come back to the base, which is no problem. So I'm going to do some more rows and I'll explain what exactly I did when I have some thickness at the base of my bra cups. So when you come to the end of your row 2, you will skip over all these 3 stitches and then you go to the very last stitch and make a double crochet there. That's how it will look like, because that's exactly how it looks like at the beginning. So for row 3 you will chain 3, turn your work, and then start from this first space with a total of 2 double crochets, since the chain 3 counts as a stitch. So in other words, you've done 3 double crochets, then go into the next space and do 3 double crochets and keep going the same exact way you've been doing. So you'll keep alternating between row 1 and row 2, because row 1 starts with 3 double crochets, row 2 starts with 1 double crochet, and then into the next space. So you'll be getting 3 and then a space, then 3, then a space. So I just had to clarify that so that you don't get confused on what to do when you come to the beginning and the end of the rows. So you can see row 1 is the same as row 3. Then row 2 will look the same exact way as row 4, as row 6, however long you want your bralette to be. Okay, so I'm back. I've done a total of 8 rows of these black rows. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I've done a total of 8 rows. So for my 9th row, that will be the one that is going to wrap up. The 8th row was worked on the wrong side of my work, so the 9th row is going to come on the right side. So I'll chain 1 and then single crochet in that first space, then chain 3, make a total of 3 double crochets in that same space, then single crochet in the next space, then chain 3, make a total of 3 double crochets in the same space, single crochet in the next space. So that's what we are going to do all the way around, just to get some design at the base of our top. So chain 3, double crochet 3 times in that space, single crochet in the next space. So this just helps to finalize your project so that it doesn't remain hanging. One, 2, 3, then place 3 more double crochets in the same space, single crochet in the next space. So we are going to keep doing that until the end of the row. One, 2, 3, 3 double crochets, single crochet, 1, 2, 3, so go ahead and do that until the end of the row, so you can see the design that it has created at the base of our top. To finalize the design, and then I'll see you when you're done with this, the bottom. Okay, so I'm done with the row of edging, the edging row. So all I'm going to do is attach straps at the top of my bra cups, and also on the sides of my work. I don't know how you prefer to do it, but you can make normal strings, normal chains, attach here. I'm going to do a chain of around 100 chains here, and also here a chain of 100, and also here chain of 100, chain of 100, and same applies to here and here. So these strings will go to the back, will tie at the back, and these ones will go straight to your neck. Alternatively, you can make very long chains of around 300. Then you go back on them with a single crochet and attach at these 2 points, and then you make a crisscross at the back. Since they're so long, you can bring this one to this point and then down to this point, and bring this one to this point, the string that's going to be here. You come and weave it in here and then back to this point, and then you tie this. This will help you get a crisscross at the back. So let me go ahead and make a chain, a very long chain of 300 on both sides. Then I'll show you what I'm trying to explain to you. So this is what I have right now. I've gone ahead to attach very long strings or chains to the top part of my bra cap, and this is my right side. So you'll turn it to the wrong side, which almost looks the same. You're going to bring this side, this string, to this first row of the extension, then bring this string to the other row, to the first row, like that. So that will automatically create an X at the back of the top. So your back will have an X shape. Then you're going to bring this one to this side, locate the middle section, which is around the 4th row or whatever row, depending on how many rows you did at the base. Then you bring this one to this other opposite side in the middle. Then you bring this side to the very last row, like that, and then also this to the very last row. So let me do this. So you'll be lacing it up like a shoelace. So once you have that, you're ready. You can wear your top. I'm going to try it on the dummy and I show you exactly how it will look like. So at this point, you can just tie this into a knot and you leave it hanging. So yeah, this is basically our top. This is how it looks like. I'll call it the Sunburst Granny square top because it's in the granny pattern, but improved to actually make bra caps and everything that we've learned from this tutorial. I hope this tutorial was really helpful for those who have been looking out for something similar to this, and also those who have never thought about it but really like it. Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, and thanks for all that love and the support you give me every other day and the motivation to keep coming up with different patterns. Thanks for watching. See you in my next tutorial. Bye.